About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his fourth rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend...
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Buying time to, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And the Rams had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play action. Stafford going up top for Kupp. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll pitch it out to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. From the red zone now, Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Prescott on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play action now, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Maher is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 39, Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Terrell Lewis in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Prescott's throw hauled in by Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
First down, Prescott. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes
under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Stafford on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall.
And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Prescott off play action. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now here's Pollard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Stafford going to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.